All right, guys, time to decide if we're rolling or if we're taking the
That's
average.
right. Yeah,
What are we
this
doing?
is it's a huge decision in a character's life.
What are we doing?
It's that time. Let's go around. Let's start with you, JP. What do you want to do? You want to take your
I'm going last.
Are you gonna go last?
As
All
the
right.
veteran, I go last. That's the one caveat of the show.
All right, then fine. We'll start with Baron then. What do you want to do?
I can't afford to gamble at level 2, so I'm going to go ahead and take the average.
Excellent. A temperate choice. So
Yes.
you get 5 plus your Constitution modifier in hit points.
And then plus being a hill dwarf. So
And then, that's right. You get an extra one for being a dwarf. So how many total do you gain now?
5, 2, 1, 8.
Nice.
While you're doing this, I'll be right back. This is very important. I'll be back very shortly.
So that puts your total to what?
19.
Hot damn. Cool. Yeah. So go ahead and upgrade your character sheet there. Put your
Oh shit! I gotta edit your fucking graphic and stuff.
You've got two hit dice now. So you got two 2d8 for your short rests, and then make sure you note on your character sheet that you are now a 2nd level cleric.
Okay.
And then as a 2nd level cleric, you now have channel divinity, so you can turn undead. So that's cool. And then you also gain preserve life. So as an action, you can present your holy and evoke healing energy that can restore a number of hit points equal to 5 times your level. Choose any creatures within 30 feet of you and divide those hit points among them. This feature can restore a creature no more than half of its hit point maximum. You can't use it on an undead or a construct.
Big spell. Big spell.
So that's cool. So you get one channel divinity per long rest, and you'll gain 1 additional 1st level spell slot, and that's it. So that's cool. You're like mass AOE, basically like lay on hands, and then 1 more spell to cast.
Yeah. Just to clarify, for that the preserve life, I can't bring someone higher than half of their
maximum. Yeah. So if someone has 20 hit points, you can't bring them above 10.
Oh, okay. What's your new HP now, Dan? 19 or 18?
19.
19. Okay. Max, what are you doing?
All right. I was just going to take the average. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to take my dice holder. I'm going to take my D20 out. Okay.
Your current HP is 10.
You're going to let the Wheel of Fortune
So you're
decide.
rolling a D8 plus 2, right?
I should really just take the fucking 6.
I mean, whatever.
D8 plus 2. You need a D8, not a D20, Max. Do you have a D8?
I was going to do this to
The
decide.
D20 was going to let him decide. It was going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like 10 or higher, I roll. Lower, I don't.
Yep.
You about this? You guys about this?
Do it, man. Spin the Wheel of Fortune.
Okay. I don't have a camera for you to see this. I'll just show you. 10 or higher, I roll. Lower, I don't. We're rolling.
All right. Okay.
18.
So,
All right.
you're gonna roll a was it a D8? I think. For your hit points. Let me double check here.
Yeah, he's got D10, so his con's plus 2, so it's D8.
Roll 1d8.
Plus 2, right?
Hang on. So yeah, one D8. What's your Constitution modifier?
Plus 2.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So roll a D8 and add 2.
Do I have to type plus 2 or?
You can.
You can if you want.
All right, plus 2. God damn it. All right, this is either great or such a huge mistake. I feel like it's probably going to be a mistake.
See how it goes.
Good.
Ooh. All right. So you get 4 more hit points. So, so 4 hit points puts you at what total now?
14.
Okay. All right. So
I mean,
yeah,
to be
go ahead
honest, what my max there would have been 6, though, right? If I just took the average.
If
No,
you
it would have been. Well, yeah.
7. It would have been 7. So
Well, that was dumb.
you cheated yourself out of 3 hit points, but
I did indeed. Fuck it.
So 14, you'll get your extra die, and then at level 2 as a rogue, you gain cunning action. So cunning action allows you to take a bonus action on each of your turns in combat that allows you to dash, disengage, or hide. So this is like it's kind of a really big deal. So this means you can do your normal movement. you can do an attack as normal, and then in addition to those two things, you can also hide, move again, or disengage from an enemy without invoking an attack of opportunity. So you can disengage,
and do whatever. Yeah.
move, and then shoot them.
Nice.
You can attack, disengage, and move. You can move, right? So you can cover pretty significant distances now. You can also hide as a bonus action. So you can shoot, hide, and move, or whatever in that order. So you're able to do a lot more cool stuff. You can look up any of those actions, dash, disengage, or hide, by just searching it in the compendium. Cool. Okay, so Barbarian, what do you want to do?
We rolled for all the stats. We're rolling for the HP.
Well, and it's for Barbarian, it's so swingy too.
It's D12 plus 2.
It's a D12, which is the second swingiest die we've got available to us. So
yeah,
go ahead and
the average would be, I would gain 8 would be my average. So
yes, if you get less than 8 total, you've really.
So I would be at 22 HP, but instead,
let's see how you do.
Oh, fucking give me that 11, baby!
Not bad. All right, so there you go.
Fucking 25 HP. I'm a golden
HP.
god. We're doing it.
And at level 2, you get reckless attack and danger sense.
Danger sense is god tier.
Yeah, reckless attack allows you to, when you make your first attack on your turn, you can attack recklessly. Doing so gives you advantage on melee weapons if you use strength, which with your weapon you're not currently. But you could if you chose, because your weapon has got finesse, so you could choose to get advantage if you're hitting something that's harder to hit.
Are there any strength? Back in the day, there was darts for throwing weapons. Is there any strength-based projectile weapons in fifth?
Okay. No, all the projectile, all the missile attacks.
Because I remember I cheesed it out and I threw heavy darts and had a +7 damage to them at level 1. It was great. It was so fucking broken.
There's also a rule that I guess was getting ignored, where the bonus to a mundane weapon maxes out at the amount of the die. So darts can't do more than 2 damage +2. But anyway, you also get danger sense. So danger sense gives you advantage on dexterity saving throws against things you can't see, such as traps and spells. To gain this benefit, you can't be blind, deaf, or incapacitated.
It's good. It's a good one.
There you go. I guess your throwing axes are. You can look through the list and you can find out.
All right, I'll check them out here in a bit.
But the thing is, your strength is only as good as it's not a high stat. So.
Right.
Yeah, that's right. Javelins and throwing axes are, because they're physically thrown, not missile. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. But it's the advantage one that means that traps are going to be pretty hard to stumble into.
Yeah. So I really wanted to take the average, and I was going to, and then I was like, And my brain came up with the idea of like, well, I'll let a dice roll decide the dice roll.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's totally fine. You did it.
That's great. Are those considered spells or actions, Adam?
Are which considered spells or actions?
Sorry, is danger sense like what should I put that under?
Oh, you're gonna
Features
store
and traits?
that under the far left column, features and traits. It's
All right.
what I think.
Cool. I'll just write down all the specifics.
Yeah, totally. Just check weapons for, there's a property called thrown, and that's like the opposite of precise. So it allows you to use strength or dex, whichever you prefer.
Okay.
Cool. Okay. So you take your rest. Everybody's got their new business sorted out. And that restores Plum back to full health as well. What now? You've chased off a kobold. The trail.
Is it the next day or is it middle of the morning? What are we doing?
I assume you sleep through the whole night, or at least like hang out, even though it doesn't build up your rest.
Okay.
Go ahead and assume that it's morning if that's the time you want it to be.
Okay. We wake up and I go first thing I go check on Plum. Like, how is your leg doing?
He seems like he's doing okay. He says, "It's fine. I'm well, ready to go."
You can walk?
He nods. Yes.
I go find Baron and say, Baron and Velimir and say, should we perhaps journey further and see if we can find their lair?
Yes. Let's see if we can spot any tracks that one scampered off if he left any trail for us.
At the very least, we'll investigate further. Otherwise, what have we been doing all this time?
Should be on our guard, though. No running. Let's make sure we approach every corner, every hill with precision, so we don't get ambushed. Especially if that creature got back. I worry that we're already walking into one to begin with. And I kind of like put my lock my first or my last hatchet in and say, "We ready to depart?"
I'm ready.
Baron, after you.
All right. So
Loading
you head
the
out.
switch. Aaron leads first.
Now, how do you know which way to go?
Well, the one that got away, we think, ran to the east according to the map.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Map
Right.
east. Whether that's actually east doesn't matter. But he
Yeah.
ran off into the hills.
So I think that's our best lead.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. So you want to try to track that one kobold?
Yeah, we'll try
Yeah,
to
it's our
see
best lead. Yeah.
if we left any sort of trail for
tracks
us.
that we've
We'll,
noticed.
we'll go for like half the day, and if nothing works out, then we'll go back.
Sure. Yeah. Travel till noon. Okay. I want to check something about your background, Velimir. You're a Outlander, right?
I believe so, yep.
Okay. Cool. So no matter what happens, even if you get lost in the hills tracking this kobold, you'll be able to find your way back to, if not forward, back at least to the fire. So let's see how that goes. Since you're tracking one kobold through his natural terrain, and it's recent, but he's small and doesn't leave deep tracks. I'll let you roll a survival, but do it at disadvantage.
Okay.
And to track this kobold, you're going to need to hit a DC of I think 13.
Okay.
This is because it's been a day, right? Had it been the same day, we would be able to track it with aid.
Still, someone can help if you want to cancel the disadvantage.
Yeah, I think we're all helping.
Yeah,
to the
why
best of our
shouldn't?
ability.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, one you have to tell me who's helping because people who are helping are focused on tracking, and if
Okay.
there's it ignores your
Baron is helping, and I'm scouting or being perceptive.
Yes. I'll be helping him.
All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, fun. There you go.
Okay, so unfortunately it's a regular roll, right? Because you have advantage from help, disadvantage from consideration, so it's an 11.
Oh.
So you follow the track of the kobolds for a little while, and then he covers it disappears onto some harder terrain, right? So he goes from the like dirt and mud where you can see his little scrabbly footprints, and then he climbs up a rock wall probably and then vanishes. The trail ends at this like rock wall. By the time you get here, it's you've been tracking him for 3 or 4 hours, and the sun's beating down on you, and you're just out in these like badlands basically. There's no sign of the kobold from here. The trail seems to have gone cold.
I kind of swing around as if I'm just exhausted already from the trip. Did we pass it? Perhaps he dipped off into a cavern somewhere.
Did not know. Lost the trail. What do you guys want to
It
do?
looks like the trail just ended. You just can't see it anymore, unfortunately.
How far are we from the mountains? Like you said, we're on the Badlands, so is it all mountain this area?
Well, you're still there's no mountains. It's all hills. So you're
Okay.
just like in the hills. There's lots of little canyons and outcroppings. It's kind of like it's like the Jundland Wastes from Star Wars. It's like where they found Obi-Wan.
What is the highest hillside or the highest point on a hill that I can see?
If you climb, like there's no obvious path to it, but if you climb up up the hill, you could get a decent look around.
Okay, I want to do that. I need perhaps if a vantage point would help, and I start like climbing up the mountain I keep saying mountain, up the hill.
Sure, that's fine. Yeah, you find out like a cliffside and climb up.
You want me to roll for that?
No, because you got time. You're not doing it quickly or under duress. You have a decent athletic skill. So you clamber up, and I think we see from a higher perspective, this whole area looks like like crisscrossed with deep crevasses. There's lots of places for kobolds to hide around here.
Okay.
And you pull yourself up, and now you can see kind of the terrain around you dip down, and You can make a perception check from up here, and then I'll tell
Can
you.
I?
What this is.
So if I cast levitate on myself, will you give me advantage on the perception check roll for being
Sure.
20 feet
Yeah,
higher?
yeah. Like
Okay.
get way above the thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
Totally.
yeah, yeah. Great. So I cast levitate. I
Levitate.
cast
Levitation.
levitate and
Above
go
the
up
comp.
20 extra feet. And then I'll roll my perception check with
Okay.
advantage.
Yeah, you leave comp and you levitate. And,
Great.
Exactly.
yeah, now
Great.
you're above the terrain.
Here's a perception check.
All right.
20.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Okay. So so from here, you can see some like actually you've pulled yourself up, and immediately around you can see a like a squat looking, very like wind worn statue. Like you maybe wouldn't have noticed it unless except for the fact that you know that there are like dwarven ruins around here. It just looks like kind of a lumpy like shape. There's this sort of squat statue with some like rings in the stone around it, carved into it. You notice that, and there's some other like bits of sort of broken terrain up here, and then you levitate and float up, and we get this sort of like pull out shot of the little canyons and stuff. You can see the village off in the distance, and from here, I think you spot maybe like if you wind through all the sort of serpentine pathways, maybe like 3 or 4 hours walk from where you are, you can see there's a cave mouth. And there's a bunch of like debris or garbage or stuff like scattered around it. It definitely doesn't just look like an empty cave. Like there's some garbage strewn around the front, and you figure that's probably the.
Okay. And how far away is that?
It's like I said, if everybody got up above the terrain, it would maybe take 2 hours. There may be places where you have to cross kind of like canyons, but by a canyon, if you stay down low in the shade, 3 or 4 hours.
Okay. I make like the most mental note of it on where we're going. And then, go back down to the surface and climb back down.
What's your wisdom? 9? Ooh, okay. Your memory's not that good, so
Can I?
you can try to remember.
Draw it in the dirt. It looks like this.
Hold on. I'm trying to think of something here to meta my way through this. Fuck. What is?
Yeah, your int and your wizard are your lowest stats. It's going to be tricky for you to like. You're not just going to immediately forget where it is. You know the general direction. That's no problem.
Right. But I'm. What gaming set would have some sort of pen device to where I could make a map?
Well,
with it?
you see, I draw out my Dungeons and Dragons kit.
Yeah, maybe I played D&D. Maybe I
No.
Look, that's a proficiency, Adam.
Yeah, I see you've played Mappy Drawy before. I mean, no, your gaming set.
But
doesn't have-
I know that a direction is a direction, correct?
Yes, you definitely have the direction. It might mean you take a couple of bad turns. You can't remember exactly the sort of amazing path from here to there, but yeah, you can always remember the direction. That's no
Okay,
problem.
so I make mental note of the direction that we're going. Float down, climb back down. Say I've found a cavern. It is 3 to 4 hours from here. I believe we can get there today, if my memory serves me correct.
Very well. I say we try.
Was it a clear path, or is it winding, or how do we get there?
As with anything in these blasted hills, it is very windy. I hope, like I said, I can get us there. If anything, I know the direction. I was never
Right.
the leader in these marches in the army. I only fought.
All right, then we shall,
We leave camp and go.
lead the way, and we'll head there as best as we can.
All right. So
Okay,
yeah, we start
fine.
going that way.
So the question here is going to be what time of day you arrive at, right? Like if you hustle and you remember the path correctly and everything, you'll be able to get there before the sun sets. If not, you'll get turned around and it'll take you longer. And
What are you
might
going to
arrive.
make me roll to determine this?
You're going to need to be the one that makes the survival check.
Great. It's checked. What does that mean? Nothing?
Well, having it as a skill, like if you chose it as one of your skills, it means you add your proficiency bonus to it, so that'll mitigate some of your poor.
Oh,
wisdom.
great. So I'm rolling +3.
And you're rolling it at regular if someone helps you. Otherwise, you're at disadvantage because of the terrain.
No one else can help me?
Someone can help you, but that would mean it's a regular roll instead of a disadvantaged roll.
Oh, okay. Baron, I think Baron helps me again, and
Right. I'll help try to guide you.
yeah.
Okay, so Baron and Zafira are focused on.
Maybe we even
the
have like a little
folks in the
prayer.
back.
We get Temperance to help us.
Yes,
Yeah,
you can,
we
you can ask.
We'll pray to
guess.
Temperance and cast guidance upon you.
Okay.
All right, great. And then fucking Velamir's up picking his nose on some hill.
No, Valamir is
Assume-
always fucking.
So I assume that while this is happening, Velimir and Plum are on the lookout for an ambush or whatever, right?
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Plum
Here is-
certainly.
Here's the survival roll with just a normal roll.
We gotta
15 plus
Dang.
D4.
3, 18.
Okay,
bad.
Suck it, Adam Kobold.
I'm gonna roll something. Real,
Oh, fuck.
quickly.
Oh, come on.
Fucking 18.
Okay, and then I need to just check real quick. I need to look at a couple of character sheets for no reason at all.
Uh-huh.
And it certainly has nothing to do with that roll I just made.
Hey, I have danger sense. If you're fucking making me do something, I'm rolling with
I'm
advantage.
aware of your goddamn danger sense. So, Velimir.
Like a cunning action. Fuck off.
So here's the thing: you're making your way through the chasms, and as you figure you're probably, based on the original look that you had before, you figure you're probably about like half an hour's walk yet away. There's signs around here of more recent activity, right? You can see some kobold like scratchings in the dirt. It's real clear that they've been to and from this particular way. And you figure if you just follow this canyon, you'll get to that cave. And you come around a corner, and Velimir, you notice it. Baron and Zafira are too busy trying to decide whether to turn left or right at the fork. But you notice that one of the paths, there's a bunch of boulders up on the top that have been like propped up. There's a couple of sticks that are jammed underneath. The sticks have some like twine wrapped around them that are hanging down and then across the bottom of the canyon. And if you don't say anything, Zafira and Baron will just walk through, trigger the thing, and drop a bunch of rocks.
Is this a passive perception check right here, Adam? Is that
You don't get to use passive perception because you and Baron are doing the navigating. You are focused on which way you're going, which is why Velimir noticed it.
Motherfucker. Well, I'm glad you have a high enough passive perception.
So Velimir, you have a choice. You have a choice to tell them or not tell them as they walk into this kobold trap.
How well do I like these two? There is a nice boulder. No one would know. Mom would probably know. I don't know. What would they look like squished? No, I should warn them.
Velamir's like, watch out.
Look above. Any motion.
Okay, that was amazing. The monologue voice of the echo, primo work. Take inspiration for that. I was very happy with that. Okay, so yeah, Velimir pipes up and is like points out like, hey, there's a thing. So what do you, Zafira and Baron? What do you do?
Good
Stop
eyes, Velimir.
Moving immediately.
Yeah, we stopped moving.
Yeah.
I turned to Velimir. Do you know how this trap is triggered?
Of course I do, dumb shit. Yes, I do.
We'll trigger it already. We need to move.
Valamir just goes ahead and just like, throws a rock or whatever, just rolls a rock into the twine so it goes and triggers the.
Sure. Yeah. So there's this colossal like crashing of rock
I
in
shouldn't
play
have done that. Oh well, go ahead.
as the trap is triggered and pours rocks down into the canyon. Now you'll have to climb over them to get to the
Yeah, we
cave.
totally shouldn't have done that.
Totally should have done that for so many reasons.
I was
It
just in the just like, yeah,
Same
why
here.
not?
I was just in it too, man.
Yeah, it echoes loudly throughout the canyons. We get the like sudden pan out shot. There's a bush, a bunch of like birds fly off of it. Yeah, and then like one last clattering of rocks, like clunk, 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 and out.
Well,
Yeah, I turn and just say, "Good. Let them know we are coming."
or they'll come to us, try to check their trap.
This is true.
How,
We ambush them as they come and try to check the trap.
Adam? How far away do we think we are from the cave?
Like a half hour at the pace you've been going.
And how much of the day is left?
You rolled pretty well on your survival, so like I think 3 or 4 hours.
Can we
Now
set up?
remember, They're not vampires, right? Like
Well, I know.
they're sensitive to direct sunlight. They don't fall asleep during the day.
And
I
you
mean,
said we're kind of in like a ravine, right?
yes, you're definitely in a ravine. There's
I
lots
turn
of,
and
like,
just
you look up,
say-
there's tons of places for them to like come out and throw shit at you.
I turn and say, rather than walking into them thinking we are coming, let us set a trap. Perhaps use their own traps against them. Should get up on the sides of this ravine and prepare.
Yeah, I mean the rocks tumbling down have given you a leg up if you want to try to climb up onto the upper layer.
I think that's what we do, and I think
Yeah,
we
that's
set
what
up
we do,
traps.
They definitely seem to be curious creatures, and they're going to want to see what set it off.
Exactly. Something. Got it. I would think. No, I should be talking in my character. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Okay, so
Apologies.
tell me the plan here. What's everybody gonna do?
Can we reuse their traps with rocks?
Oh, it would take forever to drag all those rocks back up top.
There's no other rocks all the way up there, though?
I mean, there's some rocks around, but it's not like they had like a. Basically, they just piled them all up and
Oh, okay.
balanced them there, and then jammed some sticks underneath, so the sticks would hold as a pin. And then when the sticks got pulled out, they all tumbled down. Probably took them like days to pull those traps up.
It's a nice, decent trap there. For...
Does anyone have any oil on their character sheet?
No.
Oil? I might. Let me double check here.
In the explorer's pack, is there oil? I don't think there
I don't
is.
think so. You'd have to have a lantern for you. For
I think I have burglar's pack. Maybe not oil. I don't know. Let's see.
Uh,
Yeah, I have the burglar's pack.
I'm looking at it.
burglar's pack comes with 2 flasks of oil.
Does it really? Am I stupid? Oh, you're right. 2 flasks of oil.
All right, here's the trap. Give me one of those flasks. When they're down there investigating, I'm going to throw the oil on them, and then you shoot them with the crossbow that's on fire.
Yeah.
And then Baron will fucking strike them down with God's wrath. Plummy throw a javelin, and then we'll watch their fucking bodies burn. That's what we're doing.
Any trap or plan that involves fire, I enjoy.
Yeah. We're just going to basically like sit up on the side of the ravine stealthed, and then throw the flask of oil at them when they come up.
Is there a lot of dry stuff we could pile around that would catch on fire if they were standing around it?
Very, very little, right? It's mostly rock, dust, and clay around here.
The oil will burn though, like a motherfucker.
Make peace, gasoline.
Just how much of it do we have?
Yeah, you have 2 flasks.
It's probably enough to cover like a body, a normal sized body. I don't know. That's up to Adam
Also,
to
we don't
decide.
need to use the fire crossbow bolt. I can shoot fire, by the way. You've seen me do it.
Oh, even better. You don't even have to aim that shit. I don't think.
So oil comes they come in little clay pots that hold a pint of oil. You can splash it on someone directly, or you can throw it, but it has to be within 20 feet. If you throw it within 20 feet, you make a ranged attack against the thing you're throwing it at, treating it as an improvised weapon. On a hit, the target is covered in oil. If it takes fire damage within a minute, which is plenty of time, it takes an additional 5 damage from the burning oil. You can also pour the oil on the ground to create an area and then light that on fire. And if so, it'll burn for 2 rounds and deal fire damage to anyone that enters or ends its turn there.
Let's do that. Let's set up the fucking.
Pouring it is the best.
Yeah, we do the ring of fire inside their trap. Get them to go in there. I was about to suggest that Plum plays dead, but no, he'll die too. That's a bad plan.
You will be playing dead and become also dead.
Yeah.
So let's clearly set the scene here. So there's a like about 15-foot wide chasm in which you are currently standing. Directly in front of you, there's a 10-foot tall pile of rocks blocking the chasm between you and the other side. Your plan is to what? Climb the pile of rocks to get up on top of the side of the chasm, right?
Yes.
Where is the oil going?
Somewhere on the ground to encircle the creatures that would investigate the rock pile.
Yeah.
Okay, let me
When the moment's right.
Let me create a little piece of scrap paper here. We can.
Yeah, let's
because I
do it up.
wanna
Let's
know.
do it up.
Let's do this.
I want to know sort of precisely what
You draw everything. I'll put in the oil. I'll
Sure.
make it, and then Max will lit it up. You know.
This plan is rock solid.
Okay.
Yeah.
Unless they come from the top, and then we're screwed.
And then we're screwed. But that's okay.
So here's the chasm goes like
Would you
this.
say this plan
is lit.
I was
About
gonna
to
say
be.
it rocks, but that's fine too.
That's why I said rock solid.
Okay, so this is the chasm. The jumble of rocks, the trap, was set off in this vicinity and is blocking that area now. Everything up here, everything over here, it's all on a higher level. Y'all are coming this way,
Okay.
so currently you are there.
Okay. So we climb up on top of this. 2 people here, maybe me and Velimir here. Plum and Baron here. Since this is obviously drawn to scale, we'll cover this area.
It's definitely not. The whole thing is 15 feet across. Give or
I mean,
take.
close. It's 14.
It's actually pretty close.
Yeah.
Good job.
So maybe we just use both and we just fucking cover as much as
we
this
use
area.
No, remember each like I was just saying, each oil flask can cover a 5-foot square area. So 5 feet by 5 feet.
So yeah, then we just do the inner area where you know they're gonna pick up rocks and stuff.
So like the inner 5 feet here.
Yeah.
And then or do you want it 10 feet?
10 feet
you can
across.
put two-
10 feet
okay.
across, yeah.
Right. So like 2.5 feet on either side.
Yeah, and then how long does this oil stay, volatile?
A minute.
Okay.
The oil dries after 60 seconds, basically.
Oh, so we have to throw it on them. Okay,
Yes.
gotcha.
If you splash
Yeah.
around on the ground and then climb up, that means they have to get and stand in it in the next 60
1
seconds.
minute.
Gotcha. Okay, so yeah, we'll
Yeah.
throw it and then Max will shoot it. Yep. Yep.
Okay. And the idea here is that you're going to hide up top.
Yep.
There isn't really much to hide behind up here. It's pretty clear. But you can
dig
try.
another ditch.
I mean, if anything, we'll dig into the ground a little bit, and then
Yeah, the ground here, the stuff that's still up, like all the weaker dirt and clay has been like blown away over time. So the stuff that you're on is quite rocky. You can't really like dig a trench.
Okay.
But you could get low, and hopefully they'll come down the tunnel, not up above. Okay.
Why does that oil dry so fast?
I mean,
It's quick drying oil. It's oil.
I think it's supposed to be like to dip a torch into or some shit.
You pour it into a
Some
lantern
oil.
and you light it and it slowly burns as it gets sucked up the wick.
Ah.
All right. So go ahead and
If only we
roll.
could incorporate some levitating.
we need stealth rolls from everybody.
Look, I can fucking levitate above, so it's just a drop, and there's no
Straight
aiming
drop.
possible.
At which point they would definitely see you.
Yeah, and they would just shoot me the fuck up. All right,
Yeah.
we rolling stealth.
Yeah.
I think that's the plan. Yeah.
Baron, you want to roll first? Oh my
Sure.
god, the 18 from Baron.
Well, no, remember Baron has disadvantage, so
Fuck!
Yeah.
that's a 6.
The
I'm a
6.
6.
So disadvantage, same thing. Disadvantage for.
Well, look, Baron and them were on the other side. So
This is Plum.
Why do we all have?
Plum's got a 4.
look,
Oh, I don't
this,
know. We don't
we're-
have to-
look, they're over here.
You can't change the plan now that you've made the roll.
No,
but
we haven't. We haven't. We said that fucking Baron and Plum are on that side, and me and
Sure,
Velim are on
that's
that. So it's fucking great. Just attack them. I don't give a fuck.
Listen, he's got plenty of fucking HP.
Okay.
Plum, yeah, whatever.
So that happens, and yeah, and let's see if the kobolds if they spot you. It is daytime, so they have disadvantage, and they've got a -2. So, but then they only need to beat a 4. They do
Oh,
not.
baby. Fucking roll that 2 all
Roll
day.
the 2.
So there you go. So I rolled 2 2s. So not even a problem. Yeah, and so you see a group of a small group after a little while. Like you set it off, and about a half an hour passes, and then at the edge of the little crevasse, you see 3 little shapes peering around the corner, chittering to each other, looking quite annoyed that they have to be out in the sun, and they're moving from shadow to shadow as they approach the pile of rocks.
Mhm.
One of them runs up to the rock pile, right into the firing zone, and is like sniffing at the pile. And the other 2 come scrambling up behind, and they like climb a little ways up onto the pile, and they're kind of like picking through, looking to see if they buried anything under the rock.
Are there? Do we see any more behind them?
Patented word.
No, just the three of them.
All right.
No.
What am I rolling here? Yeah. Baron, what's the word?
Life.
It's the worst word of all time.
No one respects it.
What am I rolling here?
So two of you, whoever's throwing the fire
What check
pots.
is this?
It's a missile attack. So let me. It's an improvised weapon, and it's a missile attack. So let me see. An improvised weapon. I just want to check how they're different.
Also, Max, I'll throw it and use my inspiration.
Yeah.
You feel free to do whatever you need to do.
Okay, an improvised weapon can be true. Blah 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 blah. Similar.
Well, with
object.
I'm just shooting a fireball down there, right?
I don't think you have to aim that.
I don't think so. It's just,
I don't know, but you know the mechanics of your shit.
yeah. Pretty sure produce like fireball is just you just throw it.
Okay.
Because I'm not like dealing damage here. I mean, I can target one of them if they're standing in the area to try to do double damage.
So what's everybody doing?
I'm doing the missile throw.
Okay, so you're gonna throw a missile weapon.
Yep.
Who's throwing the
All
other?
that
You've
once.
two flasks. Who's throwing the other one?
I guess I am. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess we could. Yeah. I guess we'll both throw it. Well, then they're gonna run though. Will that be a round of them running?
Everybody has a round to do something. So you want to hit them with the fireball, the fire pots first, and then hit them with fire before they get a chance to run.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's what
it
we
all
want
has
to do.
happen. Yeah, it all has to happen in the same action.
Mhm.
So it means that Bairn and Zafira can throw, and then Velimir.
Yeah,
can
let's
throw.
do that. That's the
Makes
best.
sense,
Yeah,
too,
that's
that
the
we have
best.
Baron
Yeah.
It's kind of the
on
only
either
way you
side,
can
like
do
on
it.
either side, yeah.
Okay.
So these are improvised weapons, which means you don't get your proficiency bonus. So you can just make a dexterity check, which is fine because if you got a pretty good dex. Same thing. So just
nice.
click the where it says dexterity. No, not the save.
I'll say whoops.
No.
Yeah, not the save. The other one where it says dexterity. There you go. Okay.
Like that.
No. To the left of that where it says the word dexterity above your.
Yeah, it won't let me click on it.
You said you were using
It has
inspiration.
a cross on it.
Are you using inspiration, Barn?
Yeah.
Let
Oh,
me see. Yeah, see, I can do it. I don't know why you can't roll it. If I was
my
you, I
sheet
would-
has popped out. Like I could. This is what it shows. Can you
On the
see?
text.
Yeah,
Oh, on the
you
text.
click-
On the text. I got you. All right.
Yeah,
all right.
yeah,
You
not
got,
the number.
Yeah,
the
I was
word,
clicking on the
word
number.
dexterity.
All right.
Yeah.
Here's the fucking roll.
Okay.
Was that roll the
14.
the kobolds?
This is a roll to hit them with the pot. So you got a 9, and you're in stealth. So yeah, you have advantage. So a 15 and a 14, both of the pots hit. So you throw, you hit 2 of them, like oil
Oh,
splashes
so we didn't
on
even
them.
need to use inspiration.
No, you don't have to use inspiration.
Okay.
Yeah, if you
All
did, you gotta take it back.
All right.
And then Velimir, you want to throw a?
Yeah, I'm firing off a fireball.
Okay,
I
and I think
guess one of
it's
them-
splashed. It's splashed around enough. I think that you can hit both. You could trigger both of them. I think I'll allow it because we're not really doing like.
Yeah. So is this counting as an attack and also just extra fire damage because it's produced?
Yes, yeah, you'll deal fire damage to them. I think they're standing close enough together and they're covered in oil, so that's fine.
What did I do?
I'll allow you to target. I'll allow you to target both of them with one hit.
Okay. So just roll produce flame.
Yes, yeah, roll, and you just need a 12 or better, and you have advantage because you're attacking from.
Oh.
There you go. All right, so roll
Got
damage.
18.
Roll damage for the produce flame.
Okay.
Okay, so you deal 7 damage, and then they immediately take another 5 from the fire lighting, and they die instantly. Just toast both of them.
Fuck yeah.
There's little shrieks, and they like fall down, and they're screaming and rolling around, and then just lie there burning.
I point across the ravine with a thumbs up and say, "Life."
So the third kobold, the one that didn't get singed to death, shrieks in terror, and like goes to run, and Plum, who has not acted yet, leans back with his spear, hurls it, and let's see if he kills this last one.
Come on, Plum. Big Plum.
Come on,
Big
Plum.
plum.
Nope.
Oh.
That's
Plum
great.
got
I
an 8.
wanted to miss anyway, so we could track it.
He's like, and he throws it, and it sails past him and thunks into the ground.
Which way is he running on this map?
He's running away, back the way he came.
Okay. Can we follow on the side of the ravine?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You can
we
run alongside.
follow on the side of the ravine.
Okay.
Or at least I do.
chase him. And he scampers back and forth across the way, staying in the shadows, hiding, going from one to the other, fleeing in terror. And then he gets to the mouth of this cave, and seeing it up close, this is where the ravine opens up. There's like a wide open area. The edge of the ravine where you're standing kind of gradually tapers down, and then about 100 feet away, there's this dark cave mouth up against the wall. It kind of like goes into a circle into the cave mouth. There is some water that is either like bubbling up from below or has collected from the most recent rain on the left-hand side of this little open area, and thrown all over the place is just trash, like bits of cloth, some broken furniture, pieces of pottery, decomposing animal carcasses, just like thrown out of the mouth of the cave to like lay all over the place. There's also several spiked like pieces of wood, like sticks that have been sharpened, that have been pressed into the ground. There's about a half dozen of them. Some of them have skulls punched through them. The ones further from the cave, they seem to be placing them out from the cave mouth in time. The ones further from the cave have like decomposing, like bloated human heads stuck on them. Their features are warped and unrecognizable by their purple bloated flesh. There's just trash everywhere, and the kobold scampers across the garbage and then leaps into the cave mouth, provided you don't like take a shot at him.
I want to try to take a shot the second that he hits the cave mouth.
Okay, sure. Yeah, you're about 100 feet away.
But maybe Max should, because I don't want to lose my hand axe.
Yeah, you're probably out of range for your hand axe anyway. Or
Yeah.
very near.
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll take a shot at him.
Okay.
All right.
Oh my
Nice.
fucking god!
So you don't have advantage anymore, but you do hit. You got your 19, so go ahead and roll damage. Okay. So you deal 7.
12. No,
it's
sneak
not, it's
attack.
not a
Yeah,
sneak
you're
attack.
right, you're right.
Yeah.
So you deal 7. 7's enough to kill him. So he's like scampering back towards the cave, goes to jump into the cave, and then the squirrel catches him in the back, and he just tumbles onto the ground and just lays there.
One more dead.
It's true. Yeah, you got rid of 3 more.
What time of day is it?
It'll be dark within the hour.
This is.
Yeah.
I'd turn and say, we either go in now or we fight them out on the hills. This is a position
that's-
where we know they will be coming out of.
Now that's assuming there's only one entrance into or out of this cave.
That's true, yeah.
You saw from up above, from your levitated position, that there are caves and bolt holes kind of all cut into the walls of this area.
It is a vote. I say we go in.
And what have we been doing this entire time, if not trying to find this cave? We're going to come here, stare at it, and leave.
Especially when they know we're here.
Yeah, we have to do this. If we run into trouble, we can come out into the daylight, but we have to see what's inside.
Do we set a trap for on our way back if we are being pursued?
I don't think we have time for that right now.
We could perhaps do it, but we would have to watch to see whatever comes out. I don't know if that's worth killing that much time.
Or we could try to find a hiding spot and just observe through the night until morning.
These creatures would... I don't know. We could simply sit up here at the top of the ravine and wait. But if they find a dead corpse, and I point to the one right in front of us, right outside their camp, they will search these hills very thoroughly. Especially
right.
one with a bolt in it. That is not a creature that has been in these woods for a while. That is man-made.
He died of natural causes.
Yeah.
We leave the dead one here. Let them get curious, come out, and pick them off on our terms.
Okay. I'm okay with that. There's no other solid plan here. Perhaps we need to light up this ravine as well, because at nighttime I can't see shit.
Shit, eh?
Yeah. All this trash looks flammable if we could just pile it up into like a bonfire or something to cast light.
Perhaps we light the fire to send a message and then draw them out.
We need to act fast, and so I start like climbing down the ravine. I'm gonna go make a fire.
Okay. So you're gonna go just like walk out in front of the cave mouth and start piling shit up?
Yeah, with my
Yeah.
face facing the cave mouth in case anything starts coming out.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah, and I want to just start piling shit up to make a big bonfire.
Okay.
You
Yeah,
said it's like
so-
scraps of stuff, so I assume some of that stuff is flammable.
Yeah. Yeah. So while that's happening, Velimir and Baron, what are you doing?
Climb down and help gather flammable stuff with him. With her.
Okay.
Keeping an eye out, I guess. Keeping, looking into the cave, especially since I have, dark vision. I'm assuming I would be able to see better what's coming in.
Yeah. So are you going to go investigate the mouth of the cave? Because from where you're standing, you can't really see that far into it.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I'll try to stealth and do that.
So you want to try to sneak into the cave?
Not into, just like, right to the mouth of it to see what I can see. I'm mainly just keeping watch. I'm not going into the cave by myself.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Okay. Yeah, go ahead and make a stealth roll. Nice. Very well done. Okay, so you got a 23. They don't, if there are any watching out of the cave, they don't see Velimir. They definitely see Zafira and Baron like dragging shit around if they're looking. So Velimir, I think you get to the edge of the cave and like peer in. You can see what 60 feet inside. So from the mouth of the cave, you can see that the cave appears to go like down and open up. It's sort of funnel shaped, this tunnel, and then it goes as far as you can see. And then from here, you hear, I think like listening, you hear like the chattering sounds of kobold speech, but further into the cave, like echoing off the walls, you hear a faint sound that takes a second to place because it's sort of context. You hear someone singing, not like loud at the top of their lungs, but like singing quietly to themselves. You hear a human voice, and yeah, maybe that's where we stop for the day.
All right, sounds good.
Cool.
Woo! Killing kobolds, boys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes.
We'll see how that goes. Let's do some shout outs, call it a show, then we'll film our behind the scenes video. Then we're done for 2 weeks.
Yeah, done for a little while.
Yeah, I think the
Yeah.
next
Oh, yeah.
episode will be the 13th. So we're missing the 30th and the 6th, and we'll be back no, didn't we decide we were going to do the 9th or something like that? Because you're back the 8th, right, Adam?
Yeah, that's right.
So the next episode, you want to do the 9th?
I think that was the plan. Yeah.
Yeah, let's do the 9th then, September the 9th, and then we'll
Yeah, 'cause nobody will
do...
be back. Anyone that's going.
Yeah. So
that's right. Yeah, that's what I have on my calendar.
Yeah, next episode we'll change the date up a little bit so we can try to get in as many episodes as possible and not miss too much time. So the next episode will be September the 9th, which is a Friday at 4 o'clock Eastern. So look forward to that. Let's do some shout outs. We'll start with GassyMexican.
Cool. I'm GassyMexican on Twitch and YouTube. I will be leaving. I'll be at Insomnia 58. If anybody's, going to be in Birmingham or going to that, or even if you're in the area of Birmingham, tickets still are on sale. I think if you go through my tweets, you can find like a discount code if you want to go there. But if you're there, say hi to me. Other than that, not a whole lot of streams. I'll try to stream when I'm there if I can. But other than that, be vlogging and all that stuff. Again, thanks Adam and Dan and JP for a good session. Those crazy rolls where I got that fucking 20. That was great. Oh, fuck. Felt good to get up on my own. But yeah, it was good times. Now we see what's in the cave next time. Or we won't see you guys for a little bit, but on the 9th, we'll see you.
Yeah. And then we hit level 3 and the game begins. In my opinion.
The real game. Big
Yeah,
game.
we get some crazy. Everyone gets crazy shit at 3. We get to choose our subclass. It's a lot of fun. There's a lot of fun stuff. Dan, do you get access to level 2 spells? Yeah.
Level 2 spells. Yeah.
I think you get like a crazy level 2 spell when it comes to damage. like guided bolt or something like that? Or do you already have that?
He's got guiding bolt
Yeah.
now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I maxed out my first level slots as well at level 3, so that'll be good.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Dan, do some shout outs for us.
I am Dan, DansGaming on Twitch, YouTube, everything is /DansGaming. I'm a variety streamer on Twitch, been streaming for a very long time now, can continue to do so for much longer. I'm currently streaming Deus Ex Mankind Divided, which came out today. For anyone that's curious, I probably will be on a little bit later today with more of that. Thank you to JP, Adam, and Gassy for another awesome session. We finally hit level 2. Thank God.
We did it.
I know. And thank you guys for having me. I'll see you next time.
Awesome stuff. Last but not least, Adam, some shout outs.
It's me. It's Adam. I am GM right here for the role plays. So if you're not already watching Balance of Power, you should definitely check that out. I'm going to be back, obviously, with more Court of Swords after my brief vacation. And then we've got a really cool one-shot planned for the 10th of September. So make sure you tune into that. It's going to be me and John Harper and JP and DJ Wheat and Matt Mercer, and we're going to play some games. So make sure you put that on your calendar right now so you don't miss it. If you want to, you can follow me on Twitter at skinnyghost, and I stream at twitch.tv/AdamKobold. I'm going to play some Quadrilateral Cowboy this week. It'll be my last stream on that channel before I go on vacation. So make sure you throw me a follow and check that out.
Nice. Also, guys, don't forget this Saturday, just because Adam's gone. When Adam's gone, the idiots will play, is what we'll say. Because Dodger's doing her first ever DMing experience. I don't. We're gonna see how that goes. That's this Saturday.
The madmen have taken over the asylum.
Yeah. That's this Saturday at 4 o'clock Eastern. Dodger will be DMing. I'll be there. Pluto will be there. Michelle Morrow will be there, and Octopimp will be there. And we're playing Dungeon World. And it's going to be probably a shit show, but it's going to be at least a fun one. So hopefully you'll join us for that. I think it's called RollPlay Feast or Famine is the name that Dodger decided on. So look forward to that. And also Adam and Dodger yesterday filmed what was that, about 30 minutes to an hour? How long was it, Adam?
Yeah,
I forget. I think it was 30 minutes. Yeah, 30 minutes of kind of DM prep for Dodger. So if you buy in at or pledge at the $1 level, you'll get that video, as well as the one we're about to film for the post-episode recap, which we're going to do right after this. So I'm going to shut up. We'll get out of here. We'll see you guys next time. Have a good one. Bye-bye.